Hi everyone, so I am Michael from Skegness and I'm here to give you an update about the two dogs that were lost for 9 days in Boston with lots of people searching for them, and one of them was struck by a van, and since that time they've gone into some kennels and there's been a lot of confusion on what's happening to them, the well-being of the dogs. And what we all thought was that the dogs were due to be put to sleep on Tuesday because they were showing signs of aggression. So I've got some updates on that. This has not been an easy video to make at all, because I feel quite emotionally invested in this, and so does Magda. This morning we found out where the dogs were being kept, and we travelled for just over an hour to go and see the people who were looking after them. Obviously, with yesterday's information, it was a bit of a concern. So we went there, and what we found was quite a surprise. It wasn't what we were expecting. We found two really nice people who were clearly doggy people who really seemed to care for these dogs, and that became more clearer after I'd spent 30 minutes talking to them with Magda. So we went with rather a poor opinion of what we were likely to find, and we came with a much higher opinion, understanding those people much better. We took Roscoe with us because we thought it would be nice to break the ice with another dog. The people really loved Roscoe and gave her a pig's ear, which she happily gnawed on while we chatted away. Now, the people who are looking after the dog they're really struggling with the huge amount of social media attention that's happened with this, and one of the people I was talking to was visibly shaken up and his hand was shaking, and all the enthusiasm and the effort that's gone into the right thing happening here seems to be having a negative effect with two people that from what I could see, genuinely hand on heart, really seem to care and seem to be doing the right thing. Now, they have put the dogs together. They've been spending time with the dogs, so the dogs aren't separated. And there's been an assessment done on Friday from a dog behavioural specialist. Now, during that assessment, both dogs bit two different people during that time. So when Magda and I heard this, we were gutted. It was like a punch to the stomach, because this is obviously really not good for the dog's outcome, and so we're both really upset with that. The people who are looking after the dogs, my assessment is that if they had the opportunity and they could, that they would look after these dogs themselves, but they can't do that because they have a contract with the council. And it's the council's duty of care to ensure that these dogs, if they are reintegrated into a home somewhere and someone looks after them, that they are not a danger to the public, i.e. If the result of this assessment is not positive and these dogs can't go out into public places where they could potentially hear a noise from a youngster and potentially attack, then this is the county's duty of care to make sure that this doesn't happen for public safety. So there is a kind person out there who would like to remain anonymous, who would like to put the money forward for a second assessment under the circumstances that these dogs are not in a stressed environment, that they've only been in for 3 or 4 days with strange noises and smells, so the dogs have more of an opportunity to be in a normal environment and don't show the characteristics of being under pressure with the person that used to take care of them no longer being around. So this is the opportunity for the dogs to get a little bit of a fairer shot, and we're obviously all wanting that to happen. So it seems that the council are happy for that to happen. There is someone that's taking the lead at the council, 3 people that are working on this because it has got so much attention. So that seems to be positive. Now what I hope for is that the report that's been done from the dog professional, I would like to see that, and for the next professional that comes in to assess the dog's behaviour to see that as well, and just for them to have a fair shot. And I believe that can happen And from what I'm getting from the council through a third party, it looks like that can happen. So that's positive. There's also an organisation that looks after animals like these that have had difficult experiences and had behavioural difficulties due to those experiences. And I think it's called Claws and Paws, and if it's not, I'll correct that in the comments, that are happy to contribute their time without charge to take care of them in the intermediate period in between the time when we may well be able to find new people that could take these dogs. But this is, of course, isn't a definite, and this is the tragedy within the story of these dogs, that this isn't a definite that this can happen. But there is hope. We'll have to see whether the next assessment can happen, and hopefully it will. This morning when we left, Magda and I, we got given an extra couple of dog treats, and we got into the car, and the emotion of it kind of landed a little bit, because the fact that these two dogs have both bitten is really not great for this. The darker of the two dogs that there isn't any images available of as yet. This is the more aggressive of the two, and the lighter coloured ones that you've seen the videos and the images of is much more placid, but it still has bitten someone. And if you look at the video, which I'll probably put on the screen now, when the ladies were taking care of the dog, you could see that the dog was shaking, and you could see the dog was really uncomfortable with what it had been through, and perhaps that's just got worse within a more stressed environment, and the dog hasn't had a chance to decompress and get used to its surroundings. So there has to be hope, but I'm not a dog professional, and we have to hope that things are going to happen in the right way, and I'm going to do my best to try and bridge the gaps between communication to ensure that happens. But I don't really see anyone here that doesn't have the heart in the right place and isn't doing the right thing. The council are working on it. I don't think that really what they've done so far, from what I can see, I don't think any witch hunt and what they're doing is justified, and I definitely don't think so with the people who are looking after them. They are doggy people, and they really seem like they care. That's the best impression I've got. So fingers crossed, everyone. And without you guys, with your likes, your comments, your shares, with my post and the other ladies who've been helping with this, it wouldn't be getting the attention that it's got, which gives it the best hope of there being a positive result. So thank you all for that. Please give us a like, a share and a comment, so that this has a better chance of all the people who've seen the first posts to see this one. And thank you for watching.